the young lady has urgent message about media by Dog in Exile. I never heard of this genre before. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's watch
Always
it.
trying to get to other news today besides Charlie Kirk, but it's where all
Oh,
of the
it's getting
biggest,
difficult,
most
yeah.
important contemporary thoughts and ideas are coming from today are in response to that event. They're the most interesting to me. They're
You guys know very well that I tried so hard to not talk about this, but I mean, it's way over than a week, and no one seems to be letting this go. So I had to do a few videos, at least scratching a bit, at least mention his name from few times here and there, because I mean, it's not like that. It's not worth it or anything like that. Of course, it has to be talked about. But I mean, there is already so much people talking about this, so that's why I was avoiding. I saw the video. I didn't want to discuss it. I didn't want to talk about this because that really messed with me. But it seems like it's impossible. Even you guys are suggesting me react suggestions, readers about him, even though I'm saying all the time that I didn't want to talk about it. So yeah, I still, at least I could avoid to not talk about this on the first week, I guess. So yeah, that's fine. I will start talk about this again, since you guys are very interested on this. As it seems, as this video is also a suggestion of any of you that I don't remember which one was. And is already mentioning him on the beginning, and I didn't know it was about him as well, but yeah. Let's go anyway. So that's it. That's
the
what
most, I believe, relevant and important for today. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm going to show you stuff you
That
have
is
not
true.
seen
That is true.
before. This is on the motives of hate that killed Charlie Kirk, and people are going like, oh, those are just like freaks way over there. Not normal Democrats. Well, here's a normal ex-Democrat who will give you, some of us.
There is such a thing as a normal Democrat? I didn't need a Charlie Kirk thing to know that there are not really normal Democrats. I always saw all kinds of Democrats exactly like that. Like, I think the only difference that there is between them is that some go as far as doing what that creature, that devil creature did to Charlie Kirk, and some like don't. But those who don't, we will still like rejoice over the ones who do it. So yeah, it's the way I mean, that I always see these people even before that. That's not news to me. Maybe it's for all of you, but for me, it's not.
Some of you have blue-haired grandchildren who hate Trump and hate you for being right-wingers. Here's how it happens.
Yeah, it's just a normal Democrat
and I don't
for
mean
you.
that I was just a liberal. It started out that way, but I became a very extreme leftist for a while. For those of you wondering how people can become so mentally depraved and evil that they would mock the death of a father and a husband, I might be able to shed some light on that.
I don't know. I was expecting you would let me know.
I was raised in a conservative Christian home. My parents are still married. I was homeschooled. I had a good childhood, and it still got to me because of the media, because of the people I was around and my friends sharing media, because of the media I was seeing on TikTok, on Instagram, Twitter. I mean, just everywhere. It was pelted into my brain that these people were Nazis and fascists.
That's been going for, quite a while. It's the media. Don't take it from me. Take it from one of them who used to be one of them. She's telling you what motivated her. Please don't deny her lived experience to the liberals out there that are about to deny a strong, independent woman.
I don't.
And,
there
you're
are
not going to
really
believe all
very
women,
stupid
of course,
people
on this
there
one.
that
Democrats,
still
the
believe
feminists never mean it. They're going to deny her
mainstream
lived
media.
experience because it doesn't go with what they, with what will bring them power.
Tell you that I had a genuine fear for my life, and the only way that I thought I could stop it was violence. Now, I personally was never violent, but I would like and repost TikToks of people calling for violence because they have convinced an entire generation that that is the only way to stop the Nazi fascists.
Yep.
These people, who, by the way, think that subjective morality exists, they're the same people who feel so morally correct and superior about their own opinions that they think that you deserve to die, or at the
Remember what she just now said. I don't know if you heard that cue. These are people that think that morality is subjective. Morality is subject based on me, the subject, personal morality, not you or outside of me, the object. Object of morality is things that are actually true and not just, if I say I like vanilla ice cream over chocolate ice cream is terrible. That's a subjective truth. It is only what I think. If I think destroying puppies for fun is great, that's not a subjective thing. That's an objective thing. And you would come and judge me. So she's saying like these
For
people
surprise
would
of no one
who
up to
believed
now,
in
I guess,
subjective
right?
morality. That is, that morality was only inside of me.
I guess nothing that he's saying up to now, it's like a surprise for my audience here. I mean, we discussed that a lot of times here. Yeah.
Would go and judge someone else and say, they're so evil that you have to kill them. See, so you'd have to believe at least in objective morality to be able to say that, but they only believe in subjective morality, but they act like they believe in objective morality. Sorry for the big words.
very least be beaten up and shoved out of society for your beliefs. I used to believe that about you. The only thing that saved my life and saved me from that cult was Christ ripping me out of it.
Ding. Jesus Christ is the only way.
There is no reasoning with them. There was no reasoning with me. I fought with my own parents for years.
I guess only Jesus Christ can save a Democrat of being a Democrat, a leftish of being a leftish, a woke of being a woke. Because for me, it's just a permanent mental disease that you get and you're already lost. No one can recover you. It's like getting Alzheimer's, something like that. It's how I see this, okay? So it's really a miracle. And the only one who can do such a thing as miracles is Jesus Christ itself. So yeah, only Jesus to recover you from that. That's my opinion.
I would do everything possible to antagonize and hurt them with my words because I truly thought that they wanted my trans friends dead, my gay friends dead, my black friends dead, which is so funny because they adopted 5 black children. So I don't know where my brain was there. The media was so strong in their messaging that I turned against my own family. The only thing that can bring these people out of their psychosis is God. All you can do is share his message with them and pray for them. Just like my parents prayed for me.
All you can do is share the good news, the message with them, and pray for them. It's a supernatural problem. You can't solve it with politics. You can't even solve it with logic. You can make a logical claim. It's a God thing. This is about.
How could you use logic with people insane, like with illogical people? Like, I don't even know if this is a word. I'm sorry. Illogical? With illogical people, yes. Like, you just can't get to the mind of the insane. You just need to, like, lock them away and let them rot. That's what I think. Oh, Mizuki, but you're not a good example of a Christian doing such a thing. I never said I was. I have a lot of flaws. I will never deny that. Okay? I really can I really can do such a things like this. For me, for example, there is no forgiveness for me, in my opinion, okay? I'm not saying that what I'm saying is right. I know I'm saying this and probably knowing deep down that I'm wrong in stating this, but I still feel like the person who done that has to the worst way possible. I'm sorry. I'm human. I love to see justice. And I think also God is about justice. You know? Above a lot of things, it's not only true. It's not only the truth himself. It's not truth himself. I'm sorry, just because it's my second language, so sometimes I change words. It's not just truth himself, but it is. He is also, he's also justice. For me, he's even justice more than everything, you know? That's what God represents for me. And for me, justice is seeing that guy in the worst way possible for everyone to see, not for vengeance. It's not even the main reason for that, but to serve as an example. Because I think the only way these insane people, these insane mental sick people, mentally ill people will learn something is through fear. Because they don't respect rules, they don't respect laws, because they know they will get they will get away from that, you know. They will get away from that because this is what governments and big corporates have been doing. They just let them run rampant with everything they want to do in society in the last few years, in the last decade. This is a reflex of all of this. So if we want to start showing them that things are not like that as easy as they think, that they really will be harshly punished for such an act like this, because these are escalating things. This didn't start like that, and it's getting worse. This has been getting worse since a decade from now, or even way before that, but I think it's exponentially escalating from one decade to up to now. So it's getting a lot worse every single year because they are not being punished like they should have been, like, for example, in social media platforms and etc. Take YouTube itself as an example. It's a leftish platform. It's very clear. I think you have to be blind to not knowing that. And yes, this video probably demonetized because I say that. But I don't care, okay? I mean, I care, but yeah, I still cannot shut up my mouth just because I care about that. I am sorry, I just can't. It doesn't work like that for me. That's why things are always harder for me, because I cannot give up on saying such a things and doing such a things, some things. So yeah, I face a lot of troubles and hardships because of that. But I will keep saying what I think. Where was I again? So we need to make these people stop by example. There is no such for me, there is no such other way that they will stop doing these things. Because that what happened with Charlie Kirk is about then showing to everyone who was still blind who they truly are, and not just that person who shoot him, but everyone on the sicko side of a society, on the wrong side of society. So we have to roll by example, and not better way to show that make such a thing, like as I mentioned before. I will avoid mentioning again because for obvious reasons. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about and what I mean by that, what I'm implying by that. Yeah. But let's keep watching. We still have plenty of videos to watch.
A morally corrupt soul wants to kill someone else for disagreeing. Okay, that's a spiritual thing. You can't get out your little science.
By the way, I want to say this clear. I'm not saying that the guy has to die just because he's against us or whatever. It's just because I think, in my opinion, it's about justice. It's not even about just even if you take the vengeance out of it, and you just think like it's the right thing to do. It's justice, okay? It is justice. And it's not just about justice. More than everything, even I think more even than justice is make them afraid of keep doing such a things like running rampant like that. Because if nothing happens with him, like nothing happens with the guy who is stabbed like that girl on the train, that has already gotten like 14, I think it was 14 passages. And like he just got away with that, like just left the jail or something like. And this is what I heard. So I saw, I think, 2 videos talking about that the guy isn't arrested anymore. I didn't saw no one talking about it. People are not talking about that. Yeah, I don't know if the guy has arrested again already, but the guy had left the jail because of that. The guy had 14 passes already, and he did that, and he left the jail. So what do you think he gonna do again? Huh? He will stop after 14 times, and this last one, and leaving the jail as if nothing happens. You think he's gonna stop? These people, if these people cannot stay arrested for good, and I'm not even in favor for that because it's on taxpayer money, okay? But even these people shouldn't be part of society. You see, there's many things to eliminate these people, many reasons, okay? It's about justice, it's about making examples so others don't do that. It's like taking people that clearly cannot participate in a healthy society anymore, you know? It's like a virus or something, you know? It cannot stay together with us. It has to be away, far away, or death. This is what I think, okay? Let's keep going.
And fix that. And it's why I keep talking about God and why Charlie kept talking about God. But here's an atheist, I believe he's an atheist, Scott Adams, trying to explain.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a good example. I'm not a good example of Christianity. I'm not, okay? I'm not. But there's plenty of good examples of Christians out there if you want to follow them, okay? Follow me for other reasons, but not for this one. I'm not a good example. I've been saying that since the beginning. I didn't give up on trying to be better, of course. I'm admitting that it's parting of trying to be better. But at this very moment, I cannot state anything different than that because I would be lying to myself. Okay?
What happened spiritually.
There's something big coming up. Yeah, but then another thing that happened that was fascinating to me, because I didn't expect it, which was the Democrats have always had what I'd call a machine, which is that since they worked with the media, they had the media in their pocket, you would see it happen when they'd have some, all right, our message this week are these words, and then everybody would say the same words. And then the media would just pump it out. So it was like this big, well-functioning machine. And then they had the NGOs and all the funding tricks, etc. But when Charlie Kirk died, you could almost feel this massive energy being released.
Whoa, what was that? Scott Adams, he calls it a massive energy. I think materialist, and again, I'm projecting, I'm assuming something about him I do not know, but I assume he's an atheist and a materialist. That is, he says an energy went out from him. An energy went out from Charlie Kirk. Was that what it was? The particles? The materials, electric energy, some supernatural interdimensional consciousness rooted in the material world. Is that what it was? Or was it not some kind of a divine truth that went out? Something supernatural. Morals are immaterial. You can't weigh them on a scale. You can dig open all the particles in a human mind, and you'll never find their soul. You won't find their consciousness. I think it's kind of cute that Scott Adams said an energy went out of Charlie Kirk. He's using different words than I would use, but he felt the same thing as I did. I think that's very interesting because I'm a supernaturalist. I believe in supernature. I would tend to ascribe meaning, cause and effect, ultimately to divine things, supernatural things. And I think we give a little too much credence to physical particles because I'm not a materialist. Here's a little more of Scott Adams.
He sort of controlled it, but when it was released, his mortal coil was no more. I feel like that energy just went into people. Mm-hmm. And suddenly tens of millions of people simultaneously said, what can I do? What can I do right now? And that's different. People don't say, I'm going to stop everything. Tell me what to do. I'm going to go to church. A lot of people did. I'm going to say stuff on social media. I'm going to hunt down the people who said bad things and cancel them. But I'm going to do something. We're going to figure out how to start another chapter of TPUSA, and all of that's happening, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. The vigils, etc. If anything, the energy it might be growing.
There's no material explanation for that.
Never seen anything like it in my life.
I haven't seen anything like it either, Scott. The Charlie event has changed America. America has changed. I'll show you more coming up in a second. Here's Charlie Kirk over with City. Sit down.
Yeah, I think it's very clear. I felt that as well. Like, not the way the guy described it, because, I'm a Christian. So, yeah, I know exactly why I felt like that. But I felt like something like was cut in the world at that moment, and it was like something would change and never be the same again. Even though I never knew Charlie before and etc. It's just what I felt, okay? I'm on the internet many years already. I think everyone is, and we've seen all kinds of terrible, evil stuff happening out there. But I don't know for you guys, but for me, nothing changed. Nothing messed with me so much with what happened with this guy. Like, for real, I don't know how to describe, but I really felt I'm describing two things here. How I felt that I was just terribly bad for many days because of what happened to him. I still am a bit, okay? For someone that I didn't even knew to begin with. I never heard of this person. I'm being honest. I never heard of Charlie Kirk. Even though he was that big and etc. I never heard of him. Up until that happened. And I felt so terrible and bad. You guys have no idea. Even not knowing him, I made even a post talking about it. And I couldn't even make videos to talk about that at the moment. And up until now, I barely can talk about it. But it wasn't just that. I felt like something in the world would change after that. I still don't know exactly if it's for good or bad. I still think that somehow things are going to get worse after that. I don't think things in the world are going to get any better, but I felt that what happened with him was another step further away from have any kind imaginably possible of peace, of things going back to normal. It's one step further down, one step further distance from that said age where everyone wished that was born, that was like we had everything and nothing was like that, and where things are very different that are long gone, and people are always wishing that that was going to come back. And what happened with him made me feel immediately that things would never be the same again, like what happened with COVID, for example. After that, the world changed, and I think it's the same, but it's not the same. I think it's even worse, because with COVID was a big period, so it happened gradually. I think what happened with Charlie was all of a sudden is something that is going faster, and if I would have to hint, the next thing that will mark society, that I don't know what is, that will happen even faster and stronger as what happened with him, and I don't know what it is. But it seems that things are getting worse and worse, more fast and more fast, faster and faster, and worse, and always going very, very far away from a healthy society standards that we were all wishing to go back for and to look for, that's far away gone and will never ever come back. This is my opinion, okay? I'm sorry, but this is really, if you look at the book of the Revelation, it's all there. Like, we never been, in my opinion, we never be so close to see something. Yeah, okay, I know you guys, many of you guys here in my channel are not Christians, so I would try to behave myself to go further like that. Also, I'm not all the knowledge, all that, oh my God, I'm sorry. All that knowledgeable about Christianity yet. Like, I'm not that good, okay? I'm very new to, uh, there are not many years that I study the Bible and etc. So I'm not that smart yet regarding this
With
stuff.
Doug Wilson, I sat in this same chair on Man Rampant as Charlie Kirk. I was a guest on this show, I don't know, a year ago or so. And here's Charlie Kirk on why it's not a material thing. Politics are spiritual things.
Spiritual problems manifest themselves into cultural problems that then become political problems. So it's kind of a three-pronged issue, but of course, at the core, it's spiritual. And so my critics say, oh, Charlie, politics, waste of time. You should only talk about the gospel. The gospel is the most important thing. But you know how many people we have led to Christ by first talking politics? Because the law is a school teacher to Christ, as it says in Galatians 3. The law can show you towards Christ. It's a guardian of Christ's message. And I see this happen every day on campuses. And so there's something very profound happening. It's actually accelerating. It's not slowing down. Young men are becoming more and more.
He sounds like Scott
I've
Adams.
seen that
It's
just
getting
now.
bigger. It's not slowing down. Young men are becoming more conservative.
More conservative. They're more and more
I've
hungry
said
and
that
thirsty to get involved in
exactly
local
now.
church. We could talk about young women because they present an opportunity. let me put that mildly. But I do believe women will follow if men lead.
Women will follow if men lead, but he's saying like the women are so far off because they've been more saturated by feminism, which is a atheistic materialist project. Always has been, going all the way back, which is why Marx uses it so much, but they've been completely saturated by feminism. But I just like what Charlie said. This is a spiritual problem. You cannot separate spirituality from politics. You cannot separate religion from politics. You cannot. I could go into the big argument on it, but I guess I won't do it here and now, but they're inextricably combined. Now for some killer news, look at this. This is from Libs of TikTok. Brand new announcement breaking the U.S. Senate unanimously. I just want to ask you guys, when has the Senate done anything unanimously? This shows the power of Charlie Kirk. What happened? The Senate unanimously passed a resolution recognizing Charlie Kirk's birthday, October 14th, coming up next month, 2025, as the National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. This is going into the history books, guys. We have a martyr that we must recognize and the state will recognize. And I appreciate that because I do believe, I'm a little old for Charlie, but for the younger people, this is their 9/11. This is their Martin Luther King assassination. This is their JFK assassination. This is theirs. Let's take a look at this resolution. Expressing support of the designation of October 14th, the National Day of Remembering Charlie Kirk in the state of the United States, Mr. Scott of Florida submitted the following resolution, which was referred to the committee on, and here's the resolution. Expressing support for the designation of October 14th, 2025 as the National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Whereas Charlie Kirk was a champion of free speech, civil dialogue, and faith, whereas Mr. Kirk consistently promoted the values of individual liberty, open debate, the importance of civic engagement, and the defense of constitutional principles, whereas Charlie Kirk was recognized as one of the leading voices among young leaders in the United States, creating opportunities for civic education, fostering youth leadership, and promoting principles of liberty, democracy across the United States, whereas Charlie Kirk was the founder and executive director of Turning Point USA. Guys, we're going to nationally recognize him. That, as Scott Adams said, that energy, and I will say that objective moral truth that Charlie Kirk embodied, supported, that when he died, it went out from him. As Scott Adams says, the energy went out from him and came into us. We woke up a little bit. We realized something and we just said, what can I do? It is time to act because it's going to be on us if there's another Charlie Kirk. You know what I mean? The liberals have been doing this for a long time, brainwashing that girl at the very start of this show for 20 years. The first 18 times you do it, shame on you. The 19th time that you guys kill a Charlie Kirk, shame on me. This cannot happen again.
Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tailed Fox tier members, Heath Rowell, Wallen Wolf, Fenny Sylvy, and Zalost, for the incredible support to my work. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to all of you who supported me through Ko-Fi or Tron. Thank you very, very much. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Well, even though you wanna say that, I still have to say that this is on her, okay? It's her accountability. It's her responsibility to get to know what is right and wrong. You're not gonna convince me otherwise. It's her choice to believe then on 20 fucking years. It's on her, okay? It's not the media that we all know that the Democrats have a huge, humongous machine of fake news. We all know that. But we have everyone that is growing up nowadays, even me in Generation Z, you know, like we all are growing with internet in hands to discover the truth, to get to know the facts. It's her responsibility. It was her responsibility to get to know what is right and what is wrong sooner. It's her accountability. Okay, you're not gonna make me think otherwise. It's on her. She was lied to, she was deceived for all this time, for her fault. Because she didn't open her eyes sooner, and she chose to not search for informations from the other side of this story. So she chose to close her eyes. It's her fault entirely. Okay, no one gonna convince me otherwise. Thank you everyone for watching me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check the links below. Support me so I can get the fuck out of this terrible country. Today, the day I'm recording this video, I'm completing 1 year of YouTube channel. Thank you so much, everyone. I still see a lot of people here, like many people here that are here since on the beginning. That makes me so happy. I made a post today and on YouTube, on X, and one day ago on Discord as well, because YouTube notified me of my birthday 1 day sooner. So yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys have a good one. Have something to make I don't know, a commemoration or something of my day. Have a beer or something like that for me out there. I don't know, I don't drink, but you do. So yeah, do that. Feel free to do that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all guys in the next one. Bye. Good night.